Okay, today's session, control account. So first of all, can you tell something about control accounts? What do you think about control accounts? What you have studied about control accounts? Why we need control accounts? Is there any advantages? Those are the things which we are going to discuss. Which type of control accounts which we are going to normally in business firms are using when it's processing the accounts? Okay, as you are not replying me, I will brief. Here, control accounts in the sense, simply we can say a control account is an account which controls a section of a ledger, of the ledger. Normally, you know that if we are not having a ledger, let's say we need to have certain accounts, ledger accounts, let's say debtors. Okay, if we are not having a control account system, we may have to use personal, more at one personal ledger account per debtor. So yeah, let's say if we are having 100 of debtors, okay, if we are having 100 of debtors, we should have 100 ledger accounts in our ledger. Okay, let's say A, B, C, E, E, as like that. Okay, then it may difficult to control the ledger. The probability of happening mistakes also high. Okay, so what can we do is, if we are having this control account system, these all of these same type of accounts, ඒ කියන්නේ මේ එක වගේ තියෙන ගිණුම් ඔක්කොම අපි වෙනම උපලෙජරයකට දානවා. When what we are doing is we are preparing a subledger, okay, subledger that can be known as debtors subledger or otherwise debtors ledger. Okay, then we are preparing these all of these debtors account in the subledger. Okay, in this subledger we are not following double entry system. Double entry system එක අපි මේකේ follow up කරන්නේ නැහැ. Then what we are doing, we are maintaining one particular control account in the main ledger or otherwise general ledger. ප්‍රධාන ලෙජරයේ මේ උපලෙජරයේ තියෙන සියලු ගිණුම් නියෝජනය වෙන්න එක පාලන ගිණුමක් තියාගෙන යනවා. In here as an example we can say debtors control account. Okay, now let's say here all the sales for A10, sales for B10, sales for C10 and all the sales may 60. දැන් මේ ABCDEF කියන ඔක්කොම මේ ඉන්න 100ක් දෙනාට විකුණලා තියෙන්නේ ණයට විකුණලා තියෙන්නේ රුපියල් 60ක බඩු. Therefore, if we following the control account system, debtors account sales may be 60. අපි debtors account මම පෙන්නන්නම් ඒක වාර්තා වෙන හැටි 60. And end of the day all the transactions like that. Okay, let's say cash payments 10. Then if the payments from all the debtors are equals to 10, control account may show 10. Then what is happening is, if we take the balances, that means schedule of these debtors, these balances of these debtors may equals to the balance of debtors control account. Okay, debtors control account. Okay, then here in debtors control account is now it is available in the general ledger or the main ledger. In this main ledger, normally we are having double entry system. මේක දිත් සටහන අපි දන්නවා ජෙනරල් ලෙජර් එකේ කොහොමද දිත් සටහන ක්‍රියාත්මක වෙන්න ඕන දිත් සටහන වලට අනුව තමයි ගනුදෙනු වාර්තා කිරීම සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ. එතකොට මොකද්ද මෙතනදී සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ? අර ගිණුම් එක වගේ ගිණුම් ගොඩාරියක් අපි ප්‍රධාන ලෙජරේ තියාගෙන යන්න ගියොත් පුතේ සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ මොකක්ද? ප්‍රධාන ලෙජරේ සංකීර්ණ වෙනවා, ගණනය කිරීම අපහසු වෙනවා, වැරදි වෙන්න තියෙන සම්භාවිතාවය වැඩි වෙනවා. එතකොට පාලනයේ පහසුව තකා අපි පාලන ගිණුම් ක්‍රියාත්මක කරනවා නම් මොකද්ද කරන්නේ? එක වගේ තියෙන ගිණුම් අපි උදාහරණයක් විදිහට ගත්තොත් එහෙම ණය ගැතියෝ අපි හිතමු අපිට ණය ගැතියෝ 100ක් ඉන්නවා කියලා අපි වෙනම උපලෙජරයක් හදලා ප්‍රධාන ලෙජරේ තියෙන ඒ එක සමාන ගිණුම් ටික ඒ උපලෙජරේට දානවා. එතකොට උපලෙජරේ ගිණුම් ලැබුවා කියලා උපලෙජරේ තුල දිස්සටහන් න්‍යාය ක්‍රියාත්මක වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ උපලෙජරේ නිරූපණය කරන්න ඒ උපලෙජරේ තියෙන ගිණුම් ඔක්කොම නියෝජනය කරන්න අර ගිණුම් 100ක් වෙනුවට අපි ප්‍රධාන ලෙජරේ එක පාලන ගිණුමක් සකස් කරමු. උදාහරණයක් විදිහට ගත්තොත් එහෙම ණය ගැතියෝ අපිට ඉන්නවා නම් 100ක් අපි ණය ගැති උපලෙජරයක් ගහලා ඒ ණය ගැතියෝ ඔක්කොම ටික දානවා ඒ ණය ගැති උපලෙජරේ. ණය ගැති උපලෙජරේ දාලා ඉවර වෙලා ඒ ණය ගැතියෝ 100 දෙනාම නිරූපණය කරන්න අපි ප්‍රධාන ලෙජරේ ණයගැති පාලන ගිණුමක් ගන්න. ඕක තමයි මෙතනදී සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ. එතකොට අර ණය අපි හරියට මේක වාර්තා කිරීම සිද්ධ කරලා තියෙනවා නම් ණයගැති උපලෙජරේ තියෙන ශේෂයන්හි එකතුව අපි හිතමු ABCD EF කියන ණයගැතියෝ ඔක්කොම මේ ගිණුම් වල තියෙන එකතුව ගත්තොත් එහෙම පාලන ගිණුමේ එකතුවට අවසාන ශේෂයට සමාන වෙන්න ඕන. ඕක තමයි සාමාන්‍යයෙන් සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ. Normally we can say examples for this control account system. Normally we are adapting this method in case of debtors and creditors. That's why we are preparing debtors control account as well as creditors control account. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් මේ පාලන ගිණුම් ඕනෑම එක වගේ ගිණුම් තියෙනවනම් ඕනෑම ජාතියක ගිණුම් තියෙනවා නම් මේ පාලන ගිණුම් ක්‍රියාත්මක වෙන්න පුළුවන්. We can have, but the thing is normally we are doing this for debtors and creditors. එතකොට ඔයාලා මේ හිතන්න එපා මේකේ අපි ණයගැති පාලන ගිණුමයි මේ ණයගැතියෝයි ණය හිමියෝ එකතු කරලා ණයගැති පාලන ගිණුමයි ණය හිමි පාලන ගිණුමයි විතරයි ගන්න. එහෙම කන්නේ. එක වගේ ගිණුම් තියෙනවා නම් එකම විදිහේ ගිණුම් තියෙනවා නම් ඒ ගිණුම් ඔක්කොම දාලා අපිට ඕනෑම ආකාරයක පාලන ගිණුමක් ගන්න පුළුවන් හැකියාව තියෙනවා. We can have any type of control account, but practical scenario is debtors or creditors are the most common control accounts. That's why we are preparing those accounts as examples. ඒක තමයි අපි සාමාන්‍යයෙන් examples විදිහට අරන් debtors control account එක creditors control account එකයි හදන්නේ. Okay. Okay, up to now if you have doubts you can ask. Okay. Now let's see examples for control account. As you have studied this control account, simply the debtors ledger control account, or we can say sales ledger control account or debtors control account, purchase ledger control account, or we can say creditors control account. අපිට උදාහරණ විදියට අපි මේ දෙක තමයි කතා කරන්නේ. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ඔයාලා A level වලත් මේ දෙක තමයි කතා කරන්නේ. අපි ණය ගැති පාලන ගිණුමට කියනවා sales ledger control account. එහෙම නැත්නම් debtors control account කියලා කියන්න පුළුවන්. ණය හිමි පාලන ගිණුමට අපිට කියන්න පුළුවන් purchase ledger control account. එහෙම නැත්නම් creditors control account. Okay. Now the thing is, let's see which balances, what are the balances will be available in these two control accounts. Okay. අපි බලමු මොනවද මේ පාලන ගිණුම් දෙකේ න balances කියලා. ඊට පස්සේ මේ system එක හැදෙන හැටි මම කියලා දෙන්න. Normally in this let's say sales ledger control account or debtors control account, normally whatever the things which we are recording in a debtor account, we need to record in our sales ledger control account too. So can you tell me in which side we can get the balance? Mona side again the balance again, credit or debit? Okay, credit or debit. Normally I will record as you are not answering. Okay, if you have any doubts you can ask, or otherwise you can suggest. Balance brought forward normally are recording in debit side. Okay, but there can be some accounts can be there, they may having small credit amount. සමහර ගිණුම් සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ණය ගැති ගිණුම් වල ශේෂ තියෙන්නේ හරබැල්. නමුත් සමහර ගිණුම් තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. අපි දැන් උදාහරණයක් විදිහට ගන්නකො, ඔයා මට රුපියල් 10ක් ණයයි. නෑ 15ක් ණයයි. ඔයා මගේ රෙගියුලර් කස්ටමර් කෙනෙක්. ඔයා මට රුපියල් 20ක් දෙනවා. ඔයා මගේ ණය හිමි ණය ගැතියෙක්. ඔයා මට 20ක් දෙනවා. මම හෙට බඩු ටිකක් ගන්නවා. ඒ බඩු වලට හිලව් වෙන්න ඉතුරු ටික තියාගන්න. එතකොට මම සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ක්‍රෙඩිටර් කෙනෙක් කියලා මම 5ක් ණයයි කියලා ඔයාව දාගන්නේ. අර ණය ගැති උපලෙජරේ තමයි ඔයා ඉන්නේ. මගේ කස්ටමර් කෙනෙක්. Okay, sometimes you may your credit amount towards me will be 15 rupees. When you are paying, you may pay me at 20, and you may say that keep this 5 rupees, we will do balance it in future. Okay, your accounts is available in the debtors subledger. So at that time there can be a credit balance in case of you. එතකොට ඒ වෙලාවට අන්න එනවා මොකද්ද? බැරශේෂය. අන්න ඒ බැරශේෂ අරශේෂයට කපලා දාලා මෙතෙන්ට බැලන්ස් එක දාන්නේ. එහෙම පොඩි බැලන්ස් එකක් තියෙනවා නම් ඒකත් අපි දාගන්නවා මේ ණය ගැති පාලන ගිණුමේ මුලට. එතකොට මේක සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ලොකු amount එකක් ඉන්නේ. Okay, මේක සාමාන්‍යයෙන් small amount එකක්. Okay, then what are the things which increase the debtors balances? Debtors balances increase අනිවාර්යෙන් definitely because of credit sales. Then interest charged. දැන් මට ඔයා ණයයි, ඔයා මට පොඩි ණය පරක්කු කරනවා. දැන් මම මොකද්ද කරන්නේ? I will charge interest on your balance. Then ඔයා මට ගෙවන්න ඕන ගාන වැඩි වෙනවා. Interest charged එහෙම නැත්නම් charged interest. Then you may pay me a check you may pay amounts by a check, or otherwise debtors may pay by use pay through a check. Then let's say check was not accepted by the bank, simply dishonored. then at that time we need to debit back. So dishonored checks. Agaru check but then those are the things. Then which decrease the debtors balances? Mono the debtors balances adu karanne simply bank. Check path wagin apeta deposit to direct deposit to the bank or otherwise cash. Salli live givanawa mudali. Okay. Then we are giving discounts. We can give discounts to the debtors. That means cash discounts. So in case of the debtors, discount allowed. Discount allowed. Then what are the others? Sales return. Ape vikunu mapasu end puluwan. Sales returns. Then what about others? Bad debts. Bolna vidihara kapa harinna puluwan. Okay, those are the things. Then at the end of the period also, we may having these small amounts. Aravage podi podi ganang ekatu vela credit balances tiyenna puluwa. Anne eva api me patten andura ganna one. Those things we have to identify this side. Balance brought down. Then end of the period, we can balance this account. කාල පරිච්ඡේදයේ අවසානයේ තර විදියට පොඩි බැලන්සස් තියෙනවා නම් ඒවත් අඳුරගෙන ඔන්න කාල පරිච්ඡේදයේ අවසානයේදී අපි අපේ මේ නිවැරදි ශේෂය අපේ ලොකු ශේෂය මෙන්න මෙතනින් අඳුර ගන්නවා balance brought down. Okay, now next one, purchase ledger control account. Normally we know this as creditors control account. Naya himipalana ginuma. Now as you all aware, we may having the balance from credit side as we did in the sales ledger control account. Purchase ledger control account also can have a small amount in not balance brought down, balance brought forward. Opening balances in debit side. This may be a small amount. Okay. Then normally credit purchasings increases the creditors amount. Okay. And in here also sometimes dishonored checks can be there. Api check path nikut karanawa namuth e check path agaru wenawa. Api check path nikut karanakota api naya himipalana ginuma bera karanawa. When we are issuing check, we normally are crediting those balances to the purchase ledger control account. So at this time, what we can do, when it's become dishonored check, it should be credited to the creditors control account. So dishonored checks. What are the others? Sometimes if we late to pay the amounts to the creditors according to the agreements, they may charge additional interest. So it may increase our creditors amount. So interest charged by creditors, also maybe increase our amounts. Okay, then those are the things available. Then which decrease our creditors amounts? Normally payments by bank checks, cash payments by checks, or cash. When we are paying the amounts, we can receive the discounts. Wattam labenna puluwan. Received discounts. Received discounts. Then what are the others? We may send back sometimes if we are not satisfied, or purchased items have damaged, or we have not received what we ordered. At those times, we can return our purchased items. So at that time, we can decrease the creditor's balance as purchase returns. Purchase returns. Apasu yawum. In addition to this, you can have a small balance at the end of the period too. It can be recorded in as balance brought down from here, and end of the period, we can get the balance from here. Balance brought down. Yes. So, students, it's better to take this. So, take some time and take this. Make a dagan puti note එක ලියාගන්න නැත්නම් ඔයාලට මේ ශේෂ අමතක වෙනවා. Okay. Then, why does business operates control accounts? The reason behind this. Already I explained this. When we are having individual account, okay, when we are having individual account, let's say debtors, when we are having individual accounts, in case of our general ledger, it may confused. Let's say in here, when we are having double control account system, we are just having one particular control account which represents whole accounts, same type of accounts which are available in the sub-ledger. Sub-ledger එකේ උප ලෙජරේ තියෙන ගිණුම් ගානක් වෙනුවෙන් අපි පාලන ගිණුම් එකයි තියන් යන්නේ පොදු ලෙජරේ. Okay, and this control account forms a part of double entry system. එතකොට double entry system එකේ part එක කරන්නේ control account එක. Okay, then this debtors account, that means personal debtors account, becomes memorandum accounts. නාමක ගිණුම් බවට විතරක් පරිවර්තනය වෙනවා. Here in sub ledgers we are not following even double entry system. Okay, so it easy to maintain the general ledger as we are not having 100 of ledger accounts. Okay, so decision makers can looked on these control accounts and take their decisions, as well as probability of happening mistakes also comparatively less. අපි සංසන්දනය කරලා බලනකොට වැරදි වීමේ ඉඩකඩ ඉතාමත් අඩුයි. දැන් මේ account 100ක් ඔයාලම හිතන්න account 100ක් මෙතන තියෙනවට වඩා අපි ඒ ඔක්කොම account 100 අයින් කරලා ඒ account 100 උපලෙජරයකට දාලා ඒවා නාමික ගිණුම් විදිහට තියාගෙන එක පාලන ගිණුමක් අපේ ප්‍රධාන ලෙජරය තුල තියාගෙන යනකොට ඒක අපිට පහසුයි. තීරණ ගන්න ලේසි, වැරදි වීමේ ඉඩකඩ අඩුයි. Okay, I think you got the point. Then here it's asking where does a business operate control accounts? So simple answer is it operates in a general ledger behalf of the 100 of memorandum accounts which are available in the sub ledger. උපලෙජරය තුල තියෙන ගිණුම් නියෝජනය කරන්න පොදු ප්‍රධාන ලෙජරය තුල තියෙන ගිණුමක් තමයි පාලන ගිණුමක් කියලා කියන්නේ. එතකොට ඩබල් එන්ට්‍රි සිස්ටම් එක මෙතනදී ඇඩැප්ට් වෙනවා. So purpose also I explained. It localizing errors help locate errors, as the control account balance should equal to the total balances from schedule of debtors or control accounts, therefore easier to locate. Control accounts allow errors to confine the relatively small areas in the books of accounts. To help prevent fraud, they provide an independent check control accounts completed by a different member of staff than other individual ledger accounts. Okay, now first thing is we can identify the errors. Why? When we are having one, let's say debtors control account, in the main ledger we are having debtors control account. Okay, so we can have balance. Let's say balance is this. Okay, now we are having hundreds of debtors accounts in our debtors subledger. Debtors subledger එකේ 100 ගිණුම් බර ගණක් තියෙනවා. Then we need to have a schedule. We need to have a schedule for this subledger. එතකොට මේ උපලෙජරේට අපිට schedule එකක් හදන්න පුළුවන් balance එක බලන්න. එතකොට A ගේ මෙච්චරයි, B ගේ මෙච්චරයි, C ගේ මෙච්චරයි. ඔහොම ගත්තාම end of the day we can have a final balance of all these accounts. Then this balance should be equals to the balance of debtors control account. If not, that means there is a error. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒකම සමාන නැත්නම් එතන වැරද්දක් තියෙනවා. And this general ledger we can appoint a different person to handle the one person to handle the general ledger and one person to handle the sub ledger. Then as two people are dealing with these two, then probability of doing frauds also very low. එතකොට වංචා කිරීමට තියෙන ඉඩකඩත් ඊටාම අඩු. Okay. Okay, now let's see example. Example of a sales ledger control account. අපි sales ledger control account එකේ example එකක් කතා කරමු. Okay. Okay. First, I will give chance to you. Take 5 minutes enough. Take 5 minutes and do this. Then I will do. Mama ඊට පස්සේ කරා. Here first goods sold. So we need to record. Let's assume that these are the credit sales. Then we need to record these things in a where? What is the prime entry book? What is the prime entry book?
Sales journal.
Yes, sales journal. Okay, let's record those in the sales journal. We have been given Saman 500, Janaka 550. Then here debtor or description and value I will record Saman 500, Janaka 550, Varuna 400 and Tarindu 50. Varuna 400 and Tarindu 50. Then total how much? 900, 1600, no? I will put here. Total 1600. Normally at the same date, we need to record these in our personal accounts. That means here I will have these accounts. Saman, Janaka, Varuna, and Tarindu. This is known as, let's say, debtors subledger. Debtors subledger. Okay, 1500. 1500. Sorry, make it when we are recording the things in sales journal, at the same point we need to record in the self subledger. මම මේක දාලා දැම්මට ඔයා මෙතන සමන් වාර්තා කරාම සමන්ගේ කිනුමේ මේක වාර්තා වෙන්න ඕන. Okay, then here Saman's debtors account, personal accounts, debit as sales 500. Here Janaka sales 500, 550. Here sales 400. Here Tarindu sales 50. Okay, that is the thing you should know. Then Saman returned goods 50, Janaka 40. Then what is the prime entry book? What is the prime entry book?
Sales return journal.
Yes, sales return journal. Okay. Sales return journal. Sales return journal. Then let's put description and value. Saman 50. ආයවල තියෙන කවුද පුතේ?
Janaka.
Janaka.
Janaka 40 ne? Total 9. this date, okay, when we are recording Saman's account, දැන් මේ 50 දැම්ම ගමන්ම අපි මේකේ වාර්තා කරන්න ඕනේ. This should be recorded in the debtor subledger 2. Then here Saman sales return 50. Janaka sales return 40. මෙතන ඉඩම අධි වෙනවා මටනේ. Okay, then that part finished. Tarindu's debt was written off as bad debts. Bad debts විදිහට Tarinduගේ amount එක written off කරලා. Now what should we do? What is the Tarindu's amount? 50. Then what should we do? There should be a prime entry book. What is the prime entry book? What is the prime entry book?
General journal.
Yes, general journal. Then what is the double entry? What is the double entry?
Bad debt account debit.
Bad debt debit. How much?
50.
50.
Then
Sales ledger account credit 50.
yes, we can say debtors control account credit. You can say then write the narration. At that time you can record in the debtor subledger also bad debts. දැන් මෙතන පුතේ double entry යන්නේ නැහැ. Subledger එකේ double entry යන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක මතක තියාගන්න. Here if we wrote as Tarindu's account, it is wrong. Okay, should be recorded in the debtors control account. Now I will use a different color. Okay, now what is the next step? Debtors control account එක තියාගෙන අනිත් ගිණුම් ටික ඉවර කරන් යමුකෝ. Here we should have this amount. Now what we need to do this amount? Sales දැන් ඔක්කොම record කරලා ඉවරයි නේද? Nah, සල්ලි ගෙවපුවා තියෙනවා. Tell me. Then Saman and Varuna made payments 294 and 196 after being allowed cash discount. Then what is the prime entry book?
Cash receipt journal.
Cash receipt journal. Okay, අපි මේක කියලා ගමුකෝ. Okay, who is Samanne? Saman and Varun. Discounts. Debtors. Okay. 294 and 196. Two hundred and 196. Okay. අපිට cash control account එකක් තියාගන්න පුළුවන්. That's okay. Yes. Now let's record. Now here. Sales journal control account. Now balance we have identified as 1,500. 1,500. This should be okay transferred to the debtors control account. Here, what is the double entry? Then tama double entry and make a subledger එක. Then tama double entry and here we should have sales. Okay, sales account. Then sales account credit as debtors control account 1,600. Debtors control account debit as sales 1,600. Not 600.
1,500.
Sorry. මම අර ඔයාලා අවධානයෙන් දින්නේ කියලා බලන්න ඉඳලා ඉట్లా එහෙම කරනවා. Okay. 1,500. Now we take this balance. මේ balance එක තමයි පුතා අපි මේ ගන්නේ මෙතෙන්ට. Okay. එතකොට අපි වැරදි හදද්දි මේක ඔළුවේ තියෙන්න ඕනේ. වැරදි නිවැරදි කිරීම කරනකොට මේ ටික මේ process එක ඔළුවේ තියෙන්න ඕනේ. Now to debtors control account we are taking the balance of our sales journal. Okay, we are taking the balance of our sales journal. Then we are having sales return 90. We are taking the balance of this. Okay. Now sales return 90. We should have a sales return account. Sales return 90 can have debtors control account 90. Sales return book. Sales return book. Sales return account debit. Debtors control account credit as sales return 90. Okay. Now if you need, you can balance this also. This one transfer to P&L and this one also transfer to P&L. Okay, make a general ledger. Now cash receipts and discounts also we need to identify. මෙතන මං ගිනුම් ගහන්නේ නැහැ පුතා. here, from here. Okay. Cash received 490. Discount allowed 10. Now we should have a cash control account. Okay, here I am not going to have it. Then we should have a discount receive account in the general ledger. Discount received account එකක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒකට මේක debit වෙනවා. ඒක තමයි මෙතෙන්ට credit වෙන්නේ. හරි. Now what are the others? Bad debts also we need to record. Bad debts 50. Here we can have bad debt account, that's 50 as debtors control account. If we need, we can transfer, we can close that account as P&L. Here we are taking this balance. Okay, ඔක්කොම ගත්තද බලන්න පුතා. Did we take all? Now we can balance the sub-ledger balances also. Then here balance may be 500, 500, 450. Then here balance 550, 550, 510. Here වරුණගේ මොකක් හරි කේස් එකක් වුණාද? මේක අපි දැම්මේ නෑනේ personal account එකට. Yes. Cash payments දැම්මේ නෑනේ. ඕක තමයි කෙලියේ. ජනක නෙමෙයි වරුණනේ. Sales return මට කියන්න. Cash payments ටික අපිට දාන්න බැරි වුණානේ. Sales return එයාගේ 50යි. එයාගේ 40යි. එයාගේ අවුලක් නැහැ. ජනකගේ අවුලක් නැහැ. එතකොට මෙයාගේ what about summon? Cash receivings are there, no? Summons 294 යනවා cash receivings, then 6 discount. මම මේ විස්තර දාන්න ඉඩ නැති නිසා. Then Varuna also has paid 196 as well as 4 discount. You take the balances of there. Okay. අනිත් ඒ ඔක්කොම අපි දැම්මනේ. Yes. Now we can get the balance of the control account. Here 1500. Here 1500. පුතා මට සිංගල් අරන් කියන්න balance එක. control account balance? Is that 860?
Yes, sir.
860. Okay, now this is the process. Now let's see what is happening. Now tell me the subledger balance. Subledger balances ටික මට කියන්න කවුද අපේ ඉන්නේ? උපලෙජරේ තියෙන ශේෂ. We have to prepare a schedule for debtors subledger. අපිට ඉන්නවා මට මතකයි සමාන් පුතා සමාන්ගේ බැලන්ස් එක කීයද?
150.
150 සමාන් 150. ආය කවුද ඉන්නේ?
Janaka.
Janaka how much? 510.
Yes, sir.
Then
Varuna.
Varuna 200.
Yes, sir.
Then
Taridu.
තරිඳු අපි බෝලන විදිහට කැපුවා නේද? තරිඳුගේ බැලන්ස් එකක් නැහැ නේද?
Yeah.
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. Then take the total and tell me. Here.
860 rupees.
මේක අයරකයි වෙනස්ද? හරිනේ. Now you can see subledger balance 160. At the same time debtors control account balance also 160 rupees. So these two are same. Then that means we have not done any error. Then here that's why I have mentioned the balance from the individual accounts in the sales ledger should equal to the balance in the sales ledger control account. Okay. I think you have identified all things. Now let's see how to do the set-offs, or otherwise how to do the contra entries through these control accounts. It's very easy. Now already you are aware. We can have, as I explained earlier, we can have a debtor. Okay, that means we may sell particular product to that particular person, and also we can purchase something from that particular person. Okay, that means let's say we purchase something from A, and also A also purchasing something from us. Okay, that means there may be certain debtor account in the debtors ledger, debtors sub ledger, and also named A, and also there may be a creditor account called A in creditors control account. Okay, now let's see in this particular example. Okay, we sell goods valued at rupees 300 to Kamal. Okay, then when we are selling product to Kamal, what is happening Kamal's account, we are debting. That means if we are only having Kamal, Kamal vitara inne kiyala, then at that scenario, not in at that scenario, our debtors control account should be debit as sales 300. We also purchase goods valued rupees 400 from Kamal. That means we are purchasing, that means creditor. We should have a creditors account named Kamal in our creditors subledger. That means if we are only having that purchase, our creditors control account maybe should credit as purchasing rupees 400. Now we can set off මේ කමුතුවෙන් පැහැදිලි කරන්න දෙයක් නෑ අපිට මේ ගිණුම් ශේෂ පියවා දමන්න පුළුවන්. This is known as contra entries or otherwise set off entries in Sinhala මාරු සටහන්. Okay, now what we can do is we can identify minimum balance, lowest balance from these two is 300. So we can transfer that amount to creditors control account. අඩුවෙන් තියෙන සටහන බලලා ඒක මාරු කරන්න. මාරු කරන්න නම් මොකද කරන්න ඕනේ? මේක credit කරන්න ඕනේ. Set off the creditors balance 300. And here we can say set off debtor 300. Then if we are not having any other balances, here no any balance. Then අපේ debtor control account එකක් නැති වෙනවා. Then here we are having a balance of 400. Balance brought down. Then here in personal account, how it displays, I will show Kamal. This is debtors ledger. Debtor ledger. Okay. Sales 300. Now set off Kamal's balance 300. Then no balance now in Kamal's account. Then Kamal ගිණුමේ ශේෂයක් නැහැ. Then here creditors ledger. In creditors ledger, now we are having purchasings 400 in Kamal's account. Then set off for 300. Now balance will be 100. Okay, got the point. This is the way of doing set off entries or contra entries. Okay, we have to do the things in our subledger also. Total value. Okay, we need to adjust in our control account. Okay, if you have any doubts now you can ask. Hope you are not having any doubts. Then it's finished actually. All the things, all the theoretical parts related to the control accounts I have discussed. So now at the end, we can prepare a layout, final layout for our sales ledger control account and the purchase ledger control account. Now you have studied this. we have done. Now with final one, how to do? Just draft, just write yourself. We can have both the opening balances in credit side and debit side. Now you know, big one will be available in debit side. Normally, debtors balances may available in debit side. In some cases, we can have small credit balances. That's why we are putting the debit balances. So in sales ledger control account, sales values are increasing because of sales, credit sales, as well as we discussed, interest charge and dishonored checks should be debit. Then because of the cash payments and payments through direct debits, it means through banks, we have to credit those to decrease the debtor controls account balance. Then what about others? We can have discounts. That means we can give discounts allowed. Then what are the others? Yes, sales return. And now we discuss set of entries. Set of entries. Then it may like this. If you go to the 2016 past paper, you have to prepare two control accounts, namely debtor control account and the creditors control account, like this. Then purchase ledger account, if we draft, it may like this. We can have, normally we are having credit balance, but in some special cases, we can have small amount in debit side also. Because of purchasing, the credit balance are increasing. Sometimes the purchase can be returned. Then those should be debit. Then because of according to the credit policy, some cases interest can be charged by the creditors. At that time, we need to debit. Sometimes our issued check can be returned. So checks returned or dishonored checks may increase back the creditors amount. Then when we are paying, that means paying through cash or paying through checks, credit amounts can be decreased. At that time, we can receive discount. Then again, the creditors balance may be decreased. So now we discussed set of entries. Then at the end, things may like this. Okay, if you have any doubts, now you can ask. Now that is the end of basic foundation, basic theories related to the control account.